Okay, Chuck, what can
Yes,
you tell
sir.
me about slam jams?
Slam Jams, the 21st century recording label, we like to call it. We like to think globally, act locally, and make sure our artists, with their art, is able to saturate their regional area, and yet still have exciting enough music to go around the world and have somebody from Hobart, Australia, South Africa, parts of Europe and Asia, and East St. Louis all dig the same vibe of wanting to see our artists in their own particular niche perform the belief of their art. We, like the old record company Chess Records, like to say that we have cats that are laborers in the day and musicians at night. People who are really kind of like confident in themselves and have a sincere love for the music. And we feel as a label, we could be the little label that could not be a Def Jam, not be So Def or the Bad Boy or whatever, or Death Row. No, we think that something like closest to our aesthetic is Blue Note, because you see something like a Blue Note, had a very care and concern. Alfred Lyon, Francis Wolff, for artists that really was into the art, because they was also into the art as well. And whether it was just the feeling, that the aura that the artist gave off, or their musical concern, they were judged by the quality, not the quantity. And the important thing about Slam Jams, and whether it's a Blue Note on one end as being a small eclectic jazz label that did incredible things and built great artists and great art, but also today labels like Stones Throw, a West Coast urban-ish label, and Def Jux, East Coast hip hop label, rap label, or something like more of our models. So it's like sort of in the middle. But also, like in the beginning of Def Jam, they were able to have a brand, strong logo, and were able to get across a rawness in sound, where there was just like this, there was this humility, but yet still was this innocence of cats just digging into their music tirade. So we feel now at Slam Jams, our reach globally with new technology such as MP3 technology, doing things whether it's on the web or ringtones, going in people's iPods and MP3 players, still being able to deliver 12-inch and 7-inch vinyl to DJs who love the music and want to be able to expose some good art to a lot of people in their own mode, or just being able to get CDs or DVDs, because our artists release CDs and DVDs, so we can allow their world to go the other worlds.
What year did you form the label?
We formed the label back in 1996. So I went on a handshake with Donnie Ienner, the president of Sony Records. I said, I want to be able to take what I see as a vision and be able to build artists and a hip hop urbanish type label internationally first, and then sweep inward, like on some kind of Jimi Hendrix type, ish.
Right.
What we found out is that Sony Records at that particular time, although they're a worldwide conglomerate, they're not connected worldwide, country by country. Meaning that when we had our first artist, Hyenas in the Desert, released in 1996, we got tremendous feedback to promote him in Europe. The problem was we couldn't get the consideration from Sony to promote him internationally because he signed domestically and we were signed domestically. So therefore our international dreams were squandered. In 2001 we started slamjams.com as an internet first label. The reason we got involved in the online world in the first place is because we were tired of facing a wall once we were delivering our videos and delivering our albums to middle people who were between us and the public. So the web world was perfect for us to get our material from our studios directly to our public. Although we started off very small, it helped build relationships with key people, and also regelled people like Johnny Juice and Kyle Jason came close in the fold. We were able to build relationships with C. Dr. Warhammer, people like yourself on the enemy board, and then be able to figure out where the working and relationships were, not just in artistry, but also into the administration and the creative aspects of the label.
Who else has been a key contributor?
The key contribution in Slam Jams has been virtual. The Impossibles were our very first act that we actually put into the distribution mode, and they were, they're the world's first virtual rap squad, as you well know. And this whole method came off of the fact of cats that communicated first through publicenemy.com, then RapStation, and then slamjams.com. C-Doc was really the force in being able to gel the whole virtual creation studio understanding. And with that project, it signified a bridge between releasing material into the marketplace with the tradition and also moving into the new world. Another key contributor online is Mike Gregoric, MG as we call him, and making artwork for slamjams.com. Being a fan of Blue Note, I was always into the cover, so I wanted every MP3 to have a cover. That's the biggest thing that made Slam Jams maybe different. We were getting to the point where we said we was going to have distribution offline. MG basically volunteered to do things artistically and having his own, having out the first Slam Jams art department. Other contributors is Johnny Juice, Kyle Jason, who have the studios in lock. Gary G. Wiz out in California, who designed the Slam Jams website, which lasted for 4.5 years until we've gotten the latest website design from Zenon Zabinski, also from the Bay Area. We've moved into 2006, now with a DVD company by the name of Swirl Films, who now they work tight with us as well. Another wonderful addition has been the creation of Slam Jam's film department, which is Command Pictures, which is C-Doc the Warhammer, and also yourself. And that has been probably the final stroke into going really headfirst into the millennium.
There's a lot of buzz on the street. People ask me all the time, where can I get this, where can I get that? So what can you tell me about distribution?
Distribution is the thing that rules the music business. Distribution is a process that separates the artistry from the public. So you got to kind of adhere and tip your hat to it and kind of ride with it and figure it out, and then kind of like don't disrupt its own pattern. As far as e-commerce, dealing with the orchard.com, which is set up the Slam Jams record shop, which people, when they go to iTunes, they go down to MSN, or they go to any other spot that might have MP3s for sale, e-music. The Orchard basically has the Slam Jams record shop deal with 256 online retail stores. So it works the same way, but it works in the area of downloading. We're big fans of downloading, and we're not opposed to free downloading, but also there's a lot of people that want to be able to donate to our company. So we're open for that too. Another thing that we have as far as that distribution network is in the United States. We're distributed by a company which has won Distributor of the Year the last 4 years as far as a small A category distributor, and that's Red Eye Distribution in Haw River. And started by two young guys, and they've grown immensely and have a care and concern for the music. And out of North Carolina, getting our artists' music to different territories and different regions in North America based on where the artist happens to be from has been a priority and a great concern on how to streamline distribution and make it count where it counts. And our worldwide distribution is from a company in France named Nocturne. Nocturne distributes Slam Jam's product across to various partners in Europe, various partners in Asia, Australia, South Africa, South America, and we have proper distribution handling the 3 countries in the UK, United Kingdom. If you're going to be from the art, you have to be able to judge it from either one aspect or the other, either a quality aspect or quantity aspect. If you get into a quantity aspect, then you're going to have artists that look like they're going to just climb up the charts. But you got to realize what kind of machine you are. We're a very small machine, a very small piece of lawn area that we could keep neatly cut, and yet still know that it will grow, and we will understand how it grows. So when it comes down to artists, yes, we've had Public Enemy found a home in Slam Jams, and is a world artist because it's proven to be a world artist. We released the New World Order album and came up with distribution ideas with Best Buy in the United States, and then now in November 2005 introduced the CD DVD to the planet, and it's hot, it's smoking. And Public Enemy sets a precedent because it's able to be a road that we're able to say, well, here's a 5 to 6 step program. If our artists ride on it, they will be able to find some region somewhere in the world and be able to touch base and make some spark happen. Kyle Jason is our soul artist where people think that soul disappeared. This brother right here is a combination of Jackie Wilson, James Brown, Sam Cooke, and still able to give you that John Legend, D'Angelo thing that's going on. We got Seventh Octave, gives his brand of rap rock, produced by Professor Griff, who also heads up the band with the prodigy, the 20-year guitar prodigy, Kyrie Wynn, and two rappers, Society, who re-debuted on the Public Enemy album on the cut called Revolution, and then Powerborn, as well as other members of the Seventh Octave band. They're radical rap rock. They're Rage Against the Machine, reincarnated in their own particular way, with more kind of like Crunk in the Trunk, ghetto metal in the revolutionary age of heavy metal. Name of that album is The Seventh Degree. The Impossible is the world's first virtual rap squad. As I told you before, these is cats from all over the world who are brought together by C. Dr. Warhammer. So Slave Education is almost like a dissertation on how it just blends like minds together to look at the hypocrisies of, classism, racism, and government over excess. In 2006, it looks to be, a big step in the direction of what we have going on in Slam Jam South. Dirty North, which is from Atlanta, Georgia, consists of a member, Quest Haven, from New York, and Messenger Boy from Atlanta. This dynamic duo, they're our version of Sam and Dave. I can only explain to you, if you probably see just a picture of their clip as I'm talking, the amount of energy they have.
Right.
And Dirty North explains it right there. One cat from the South, Dirty, one cat from the North. And together they come up with some chemical combustion, man. Lyrical combustion, I should say. We have Most High Fi. The Most High Fi, to me, is like they give you a whole bunch of different great looks. Once again, they was in the camp developing as participants in our online situation, and together we developed some concepts that Vel and Mecca kind of like give you almost like a retro reminiscent style. But the most important thing is that in Most High Fi, you have a band, a collective, remind me of Sly and the Family Stone, or the Fugees and the Spooks, what they used to do, or what they can do. There's only one cat I'm gonna have out of New York. Ken Do is that guy. He's able to give that look and that impression from New York. He also fronts a band. So he's able to give that New York style. He's a grown man. As his song says, he's a dangerous man because he's grown and he's quick and smart thinking. He's a responsible man. He's a man. And he's delivering man rap. And I'm kind of down with that, because you got to be accountable and responsible. And Ken Do, the Almost Famous, brings it. The name of his band is Almost Famous. His name is Ken Do, the Almost Famous. And the name of the album is Almost Famous. And then before we roll out at the end of the winter into the middle of spring, we have Lowdown. And Lowdown is just like part of the Impossible's death beat camp.
Right.
And Lowdown is like, I call them the defiant ones, you know? Yourself, Tirade, go ahead, look at the camera. and C-Dot, who's out there somewhere, you know? And the name of the album, Ground Zero. And believe me, I think there's gonna be a fun ride, of course, with you, because you know you're like popping up in all these videos. Also in 2006 and 2007, we got the Scallions, which is like, you know, a fantastic rock band, reminiscent of the Residents, but they have their own vibe and flavor. Tiana Bass, she's a rapstress, songstress, dance artist from Serbia. We got the Fine Arts Militia headed by Brian Hardgroup. We have DJ Johnny Juice. We got music by DJ Lord, the DJ for Public Enemy. We got the band that plays with PE called The Band, B-A-N-N-E-D. We got 2 female squads. One is the world's first virtual female squad, Crew Girl Order, with, you know, Bathsheba Earth from Denver, Pain from Atlanta/Brooklyn, and Bonnie Cream. Another squad is called the She Squad, and that's an all-female component from Charlotte, North Carolina. So we're looking for next fall and the next summer to have them really hit the marketplace and present that good look out there that really gonna flip some people's boat.
The way I understand it is that everything that comes out of Slam Jams will be an album coupled with a DVD.
Yes.
Can you tell me and everybody out in the world that's watching the meaning behind that decision, why everything needs a DVD?
Everything with Slam Jams will be coupled. DVD with CD, CD with DVD. Meaning that we have to present a world with our artists. We can't have our artists afford the people to think that they gotta wait for VH1 and MTV and all these areas to come on or be exposed. We think programming is over. We think people want to be interactive. So we got to present each artist with a total world that somebody as far as a fan can get into. And we're not going to be lazy with our presentation either. We're going to be thorough. What Slam Jams is that we're re-believers in the aspect of the lost, forgotten skill of artist development inside a record company. Okay. Not only does the label come with ideas to develop the artist, but the artist has to find the road to develop themselves. And that's what we firmly believe in. It's almost like with Slam Jams, are we that big major Yankee Stadium? No. We're that small minor league ballpark, single A ball. The game is still beautiful inside the ballpark, and everything is understood within our own circle of understanding.
Right.
That's the thing that makes it beautiful, Tirade.
All right. Well, there you have it from the man himself, Slam Jams, 2005 going into 2006. I'm Tirade. Take it easy.
Here we are, frozen in the mud, a mere shadow of what we used to be. Skylines changed forever. I saw it go down on my TV screen. Blood was shed